I'm Leaford, and this is my video review and demo of the Smoke 51 mini-cig from Smoke Anywhere Inc. The Smoke 51 is a rebranded Long Totem V9. The Long Totem V9 is almost unique among e-cigs in that it has a disposable combination atomizer cartridge. All in one piece, so that every time that you put on a fresh cartridge, you have a brand new, fresh atomizer, thus avoiding the problem of weak or failed atomizers, in theory. It also promises to have an exceptionally long cartridge life. They claim 2 packs, and to have the most smoke of anything available. And on that score, they absolutely are a winner. And that is with a very short draw, a very short drag. Only a quick primer puff, and then just a 1 or 2 second inhalation, like a real cig, and it just produces absolutely awesome amounts of smoke. Compare that to my previous highest vapor producer, the E-pipe. Five seconds to get a nearly comparable amount of vapor. But with just that was about 2 to 3 seconds, I totally blew it away. So it's absolutely the king of vapor, absolutely, no doubt about it. And the cartridge life actually is also pretty extraordinary. I was getting about 225 to 250 1 or 2 second hits with a quick primer puff for each. So a quick primer puff, 1 or 2 second drag, 225 to 250 inhalations. As I say, about 1 or 2 second puff is about what you would take on a normal cigarette, and a normal cigarette you get around 10 to 15, call it an average of 12. So that would be 240 in a pack. So 225 to 250 inhalations on this, that is the equal of a pack. And it's the only e-cigarette I've had so far that you can smoke with just those short inhalations and still get a decent amount of vapor. So absolutely fantastic vapor and very long lasting. Not the 2 packs that they advertise, but easily a pack, and that's double what even a good pen style would deliver. That's very nearly as much as my E-pipe can deliver. More really even than e-cigars. So that is very impressive. I'm very pleased. The draw tends to be very hard. I am puffing pretty hard to get that 1 or 2 second puff. And the switch performance is pretty poor also. I cannot take my long 5 second puffs. In order to do a puff count to measure battery life, I had to take my 5 seconds in 2 pieces, a 3 second puff and a 2 second puff, because the switch fades out after 2 or 3 seconds. Also, it's very slow to start. If you don't use that initial primer puff, it will take a second or even 2 before the switch engages. So you saw it took a second, actually like a second and a half before the switch came on. Then after about 2 or 3 seconds, it faded out and then faded back in again. That's typical. I do consider that poor battery performance, and my rating reflects that. But to be honest, in most normal use, You're not going for a long inhalation, and you do have to give it that primer puff, but with that primer puff, the switch activation isn't such a problem. In normal use, it really wasn't very bothersome. Like I say, one primer puff and then 1 or 2 second inhalation. So in normal use, that poor battery performance really wasn't that annoying. What was annoying was the hard drag, with the hard draw. I rated at about a 3, and that is with a good cartridge. A poor cartridge is about a 2, like a thick milkshake. The performance does vary quite a bit from cartridge to cartridge. Some of them have lighter draws like these, the coffee flavor ones. The menthol flavors that I had a very hard draw. The vanilla flavored cartridges tended to spit liquid. Now, I don't think these differences are actually due to the flavor. I'm presuming that they make one flavor per batch, and these are differences from production batch to production batch. So there are good cartridges and bad cartridges. It doesn't quite live up to that always 100% reliable performance. However, and some of them were bad out of the box. I had, I'd say about 10 of them that failed out of around 50 that I had. So that's 20%, but still 80%. Most of them worked fine out of the box with no problems, and with with some variation from cartridge to cartridge. Now, as I say, the battery performance was poor, and the battery durability was also poor. Of the 2 batteries that I received with my starter kit, one of them died after only about 1 week. The other one, after about 3 to 4 weeks now, has just now started to develop an issue with the LED light sometimes failing to activate. So the battery performance and the battery durability are pretty poor. Battery durability is a warranty issue. They do offer a 1-year replacement warranty. The battery performance is alleviated by the proper technique. I would normally suggest exchanging it, but I did try that. I showed him a video of its performance. It does seem to be typical. You do have to give that sharp primer puff, and then a short inhalation. Now, price-wise, it is expensive. $150 for a 2-battery starter kit. There is a coupon code, 33% off, DSC-141. The coupon code again is DSC-141, 1/3 off, for starter kits and batteries. That makes it more reasonable. Still, I hesitate to give it too strong a recommendation due to the battery weaknesses. I do enjoy it. I've liked using it. I've smoked it for about 3 or 4 weeks now as pretty much the only thing I've smoked. The tremendous amount of vapor and the short drags are what really make it enjoyable. Still, I can't recommend it too highly with those battery weaknesses. I found it tolerable with the proper technique. You may not. If you do try it, use the coupon code. That's your best bet. So that's it. Smoke 51, kind of a mixed recommendation. I enjoyed it. I like it. I do think it's a good e-cig, but it has a serious weakness in the battery performance. I've had to do several takes, so both the battery, the cartridge, and my voice are getting weak. I hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoyed this review. I hope it's helpful to you. Smoke51.com. Mike, what do you say?